has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cook running right. Down to about the 32. The Bills at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They'll go option to the short side. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Hey, listen, check that. Pat the 60, pat the 60. Ready?
They'll run for it. Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A play fake. Now Warner. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Allen to Diggs there for a Buffalo first.
And remember that. Following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Allen going to try and keep it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Bass is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Warner. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Warner to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Once again, it's Mostert, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Second down and 8. Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Play action. It's Warner. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Warner. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not.
Well, he's free going down the left side. side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy. Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And some space here. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple. To throw, Warner. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Carlos Basham able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA and power forward. It's a really difficult task.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They're going to snub this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up second and 12. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
On 4th down, Warner. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Warner looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Now Warner. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On 4th down, Warner. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossett. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff running left is Mostert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Warner. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards. There, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They run the counter with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turned out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete to Diggs. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Channing Tindall. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
It's a gain of 7.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that, he's got a man complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go. 70 Ranger.
On play action, they'll throw. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.